Hi there. So this is actually the first video I'm planning to make out of a series about like mystical, magical development school. I'm going to talk about various rituals, visualizations. So I'm really hoping you are going to like this. This is going to be very practical, hands-on approach, and I'm planning to do those videos kind of working in a tandem with my online school, where I'm going to have like more in-depth information and a bit more on the topics I'm going to be talking about. So this particular video is about sigil magic and how you can incorporate sigil magic during the time of full moon. Why full moon? Okay, so the full moon is a very specific, very amazing time for doing rituals. Why is that? The reason for it is because the energy of the moon, which is naturally very mystical, fairly feminine, is now getting in its full potential. It's really, really strong because those energies are literally, it's bouncing off the energy of the sun, which is normally quite strong. It's receiving the energy from the sun and bouncing it back on Earth. So the sun is kind of charging the moon, and then it got the bounce of charge by the moon energy landing on our Earth. So that's actually a great time to do magic that is connected to anything connected to hidden knowledge. It's also a great time, moon in general, for anything connected to female body. So let's say you want to get pregnant. Full moon is the great time when to do fertility spells. And it's also a great time for doing love spells. It's also a great time to do money spells, even though I would kind of more go for like a sun-based time or day, noon actually, to do money spells. But loads of people are actually doing money spells in a full moon because the potential and the energy of that time is actually very, very high. So loads of people have many different rituals, many different practices they would do during the full moon. I know loads of people, including myself, are doing meditations and charging up of the energy to kind of use the high charge of the environment and kind of soak it within you. Very popular is also charging an object during that time. Really use that energy from the environment and condense it into usually crystal. Great time for making magic oils, great time for making talismans, amulets, consecrating objects, all sorts of things that need some sort of like a magical charge, because again the energy of the moon is very mystical and it's connected to mysteries and connected to magical energies in general. So how to use sigils? Like, is this something that I have to do like a special ritual, or can I somehow combine it to my regular practices? You can most likely, I would say, connect it to your regular practices. I know some people might do it just as purely sigil magic, nothing else included. I would say that I personally like to mix sigils with other methods, other rituals, other backgrounds, because I found that they are very flexible as a tool, so they kind of work very well with other systems. So what you can do with the sigil magic during the full moon, let's say if you have your regular ritual, this can be enhancement, or you can just basically make the sigil making process as the main part of the ritual. But one of the things I would like to recommend is make a sigil for reconciliation, as I said, love, fertility, magic, mystical. Basically you have a sigil that express your wish. If you like to know more about how to make sigils themselves, I don't want to really go that much into that, because that would be, the whole video would be just about how to make a sigil. But I made a video about this. I made actually the whole online course about this. So if you look at the description section below, there is a link to my webinar about how to make a sigils. And there's also a link to the whole online course I made about how to make sigils and how to work with sigils. So if you don't know how to make sigils, look at the description section below. So you make a sigil that is representing your desire. This can be pictorial method or word method. It doesn't matter, you're just holding your sigils in your hands. So instead of regular firing the sigil or charging the sigil and firing the sigil, what you can do, you can literally just charge it by the moon powers. Usually you can put it on your window, leave it there overnight, over the full moon night. What you can do, you can also put like a stone in it. For full moon, I like to use a crystal quartz. Even though this stone is not usually my first choice, but I kind of feel like it's actually great for full moon because it has the strength of a highly charged object, highly charged energy, but also still has this moon energy to it because it's translucent. Some of the other moonstones, like moonstone, for example, or opal, that's the stones I would kind of connect to moon. They might have the energy I feel might be a bit too feminine, a bit too receptive. But if you want to manifest something and use the strength of the full moon, I would go for the crystal quartz because for me it kind of fits the correspondence of the energy of a full moon, and this particular stone for me feels stronger. So that would be my crystal of a choice for full moon manifestation rituals. So you got your wish, you just your sigil, you wrap it around the stone or put the stones on top of it, and you can just let it charged on the windowsill overnight. You can actually, you don't have to just let it there. You can build like a specific altar that would be on your windowsill or in your room, but somehow the window should be open, or somehow the moon energy should be coming in. This is not necessarily like it has to be like that 100%, but I've noticed from my experience, if actually the window was open and somehow there was a direct link from the moon, I can just see it from my window, or somehow was coming in physically in my room, or even better, being outside, then I've noticed like the energy, was way easier for me to kind of charge it and kind of drew it if I could actually see it and there was a link for me. So I would not necessarily say that was necessary for actually have that physical link, but I say it's absolutely like it was my own personal choice. That for me that was easier to kind of link it, and I assume that will be the case for loads of witches, magicians, spiritual people out there. So that was kind of my experience from it. Another thing you can do is actually use sigil magic during the full moon to recharge your magical tools. So your tools like wand, your crystals, your talismans, something that you kind of keep using and you would like to recharge it. You have like older spells, objects, like behind me on my altar. There is actually a skull that has a trapped ritual smoke I've done for a ritual. So I basically was just having the smoke that was charged with intention, and then I captured the smoke in the skull-based glass bottle and just left it in the middle of my altar. So from time to time, obviously, like it's active, it's on my altar, but I felt like it needs some sort of like a recharge. I would say cleansing during the full moon. Yes, some people do it. That's it's completely fine. But I like this idea of recharging my even like older spells. If you have some witch bottles, witch jars that you just kind of have around, this is a good time to kind of recharge them with magical energy. So I would grab that skull-based bottle again. I would make a sigil, not with my wish in this case, but it would be purely symbol of a power. Funnily enough, this can be something you made on your own, pictorial method, word method, again. Or actually in this case, you can actually use symbols as logos or something that is already known. In this case, if you are looking for sigil that is something fairly generic, like a power, I just want empowerment, you can just choose a logo of a company that you consider being strong and charged. I would say if it's a money symbol, or if you're doing money spells, you can actually use even like the, the symbol of the money, of the currency, and then you can put it in triangle, because triangle is usually the shape of manifestation and power. So that can be your money power symbol. I've done that before, worked very well. So you use the currency of what you want to get, you know, like pound symbol, put it in a triangle. That's your power, money power, empowering sigil. And then you got the ritual object, a wand, a chalice, whatever. It can be even your talisman, and you wrap it in that power symbol. And then again, you can leave it on your windowsill, you can leave it outside somewhere when the energy is going in. How to charge it exactly, I would completely leave that up to you, to be honest. There are many ways. Either you can just leave it there and kind of let it charge, not really touching it or not doing anything with it. That's obviously an option. Some people definitely, I know, prefer this. Or what you can do, you can channel the moon energy through you, into your hands, into the palms of your hands, and then charge the object physically with your hands. So again, some people will be better with that. Some people are always a bit like, I don't really want to channel something or somebody else's energy. Doesn't have a great effect on me. I would say, in general, if you tend to be quite emotional and you feel like, oh my God, I might have too much of this feminine moon energy, this might not be a great thing, because obviously that will enhance it. I would say that I actually believe, again, I'm not a doctor, but from my experience, I did feel like my female, I don't know what is it, estrogen levels kind of actually leveled up after I was doing this channeling of the moon energy through my hands. And I actually noticed that after the ritual, my skin got better, like literally, like I would be on the hormones. But obviously I got way more emotional, so and I'm quite an emotional person normally, so that wasn't working very well. So I would say, you know, consider that if that's the energy that you really want to take in, if that's something, you know, can be beneficial. You feel like, oh, it actually would be a good idea for me. You might think that this is not going to be great at all. So consider that energy before, if it's something that can add to you or not, and then, you know, make assessment of your situation and choose if you want to choose it through, if you want to charge it through you, or if you just want to leave it on a windowsill. But another thing that I would say that, you know, it's not that common to use it in that way, but it's more very shamanic way how to use sigils during the full moon. But I think actually it can be, you know, a great idea to try out something new. If this is not something you've tried before, this particular idea is my own. It's my own invention. So, you know, you can enhance your practice, try something new, try something fun. And this one is if you're actually planning to do, I would say, almost fully fledged shamanic ritual. So you are planning to listening to some drumming, you know, you can just even dance in your room on your own, or you want to do really deep meditation. So I noticed full moon is actually a great time to enter certain energies of mysteries and hidden knowledge and stuff like that. It's actually somehow more accessible. That's how I felt about it. Especially if you send a strong intention that you really want to go into those places. The full moon is highly charged. It has this like loads of solar power in it because it's reflecting loads of sun light. So it's very much compatible with actually strong intentions to dive into mysteries. So I would say if you do meditation, you can actually hold a sigil that might have the intention of, oh my God, I want to discover certain mystery. That can be related even, like, you know, to greater mysteries of life, but can be actually connected to any mysteries, knowledge that is not known to you. This can be great for students that are trying to learn a subject, you know, and they are trying to, maybe they're studying. Again, there is a mystery knowledge that's for them somehow hard to reach. It's the same principle. So it can be used for studying enhancement. It can be great for actually using before exercises, exams, all sorts of things. It can be also if you feel like there is somebody is maybe keeping mystery from you, there's some knowledge that somehow is not obtainable for you and you want to get it. So you can make a sigil, again, pictorial method or word method that express your wish. In this case, it's not like the just power symbol as it was in the previous visualization or ritual. In this case, it's actually very important this to be quite strong solar wish, that you really want to get to that knowledge, you want to really get to that information. So you basically make the sigil that you want to get into that information, and then you kind of stare at that sigil during the full moon, again, windows open, like the moon energy is being inside, and there is this hidden knowledge that you want to access. If you specifically for studying, you can incorporate Mercury somehow, get a talisman, or again, go with your intuition. If it feels right to incorporate Mercury-based talismans, do it. If it's something that doesn't feel right and you really feel like the moon energy only is what you need, then just go for it and then combine it. Then you can just stare at the sigil and keep thinking about what is the mystery, what is the knowledge, what is it that you want to access. And just keep thinking about it very strongly as you are dancing in the trance or just meditating. And then just let the visions come to you. Think about the symbol, think about your the symbol, your wish, your symbol, your wish, just like tunnel vision focused on those two things while you're dancing. Again, and let the visions come to you, let the visions just be in you, just really enjoy them, write them down. With this particular exercise, I would recommend actually going to sleep straight after this, because this ritual again, it might be something that you might not like. You might not like this idea of your ritual kind of continuing through the time when you're sleeping. But from my experience, that's the time when your consciousness is completely off, and your unconsciousness has actually, hey, yeah, free hands, I can talk, finally. So you can kind of, if you go sleep after this ritual without grounding, then basically the dream, the visions can continue during your sleep time. And from my experience, you can actually access the information even better. So you kind of start it consciously once you're up, and then it continues while you are asleep. And then you're getting more visions and more information about the whole subject, and it kind of gets better into subconscious, conscious. And especially if you are studying, then after this ritual, you will just start to discovering that you just know things about the subject without even realizing you ever heard it somewhere or read it somewhere. It's like this mysterious knowledge about geometry, medicine that just keeps appearing in your head as a result of this ritual, which is amazing. So yeah, my God, I'm already speaking like 18 minutes. That was supposed to be just a quick video, but I guess once I just start talking about this, just unstoppable. So hey, I'm really hoping you liked this video. I'm really hoping you took something out of that. Please let me know in the comment section how you liked it. I was trying to make it a bit general, but still interesting, because I believe people with different levels will be coming to my video and will be listening to this. So I was trying to keep it quite understandable for all levels. Not sure if I succeeded, so please let me know in the comment section below how you liked the video. What is the other videos you would like me to do? Introduction or rant. This was really rant about, and I will try my best to kind of fulfill your wishes. Again, in the comment section below, you can see the links to my webinar about sigil magic, and also my online course on the sigil magic, if that's something you would fancy. So thank you so much. Please let me know how you like this in the comment section below, and I will be very much looking forward to see you soon.